Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Right here. Mike's 50. Check. You go take.
On first down, Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check four.
Brady now to throw. That's caught by Howard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
Watch 36 to Mike. Got to do better.
From the gun, it's Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now a play fake. Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Buccaneers, first down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Buccaneers.
And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know, I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Brady toward the pylon, caught, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Chiefs 0. Bradley Pinion.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Kansas City.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. They get this out left, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Is set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's third down.
Third down and 10.
On play action, it's Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
First and
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Brady now on first down. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Here we go with Williams. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
It's a turnover on downs.
Wait, 10, 20. 36. I got it. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I can't believe it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dime. Nice grab. 25 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Go, go, go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Buccaneers 27, Chiefs 6.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
47-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Adams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
On play action, now Brady. The left side completion to Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, you got 3 down. Mike, 36, check it, reload. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Easy. Hey, check it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Taken in the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And that goes for a gain of 31.
On the tackle.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on 1st down.
He was brought down by Bashaud Breeland. A 7-yard pickup.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Brady. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Throwing again. Brady going deep this time. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
For the point after.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Play action. Now it's Brady. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski.
Brady's pass.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
For the Buccaneers.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
1st down, Kansas City.
On 1st down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Intended for Travis Kelce. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Chris Jones on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
From the 24, Brady. And he finds Howard complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Brady. He's got Evans. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
37-yard line.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Buccaneers 41, Chiefs 13.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They run it again with Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run, it's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It's a gain of 3.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, we just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you